All right. Most of the videos I do are scripted or a couple takes. This one does not have the capacity for it, so I hope we do this on the first try. If not, it's definitely Cubby's fault because he's an ugly motherfucker. So, the goal for this video is we're doing the building day, and there's not really anything to do. You can see I don't really have any points. The points you get for crafting parts is not a ton, and especially for most hourly events is terrible. So right now it's 1 hour of any speed ups you want, and I got 17 minutes to see if we can do anything. So what I did is I took 100,000 diamonds and I just bought a whole bunch of miscellaneous materials. In the last video we posted, Ags helped me show you how to be productive with the parts that you make. At this point in the game, if you've been playing over a year and you don't have multiple gold sets, then you're playing it wrong. So if we go ahead and look at our parts, we've got a couple gold sets, and we want to see what we can create out of this. There is the Bane set now, and that's kind of the motive behind this video, is to show people how to get the parts, and then all you need to do is get the cores. So we're just going to take a look. We got something underway right now. What did we start? A tire, orange tire. Actually, I started that with really bad parts, so the fact that I got that's pretty cool. So we got an orange tire made. You can see it didn't even get me one box, which is kind of dumb for how much it cost to make that happen. But I did get, 500,000 points. So I'll actually do it right and start my ticket. And the goal of this is really to show that for not a ton of investment, you can still do a little bit on building day. And the big goal we want is get those 2 tickets right there. You're getting $1 million, some wisdom medals, and a good chunk of diamonds. As people are getting more advanced bases, it's getting pretty hard to, continue to grow. So we can look at all this, and you just want to find the right ratios. You want to look at your purple to gold to orange, specifically those last 3, and just see what you can do to move the needle and keep progressing. So like I said, I bought a few so we can combine. And now we move the needle forward a little bit. This one's 50-50, which isn't exactly going to help you a lot. But the Trailblazer set doesn't cost a lot of cores, doesn't cost a lot of diamonds. So we can make it, and hey, we got an orange. So we won on that 50-50. We won on the 50-50 by chance, and we also won on the 50-50 because we won betting a purple rare material to get it. So that's a big deal. So what we want to do is just see how many of these guys we can kind of craft up really quick. And all we're looking for are the odds. So we're putting 1 green in and a couple more purples. And you can look at it and say, okay, well, what do you get out of it? And the prices are adjusted. The cores are adjusted. So you can just do this a little bit. Okay, that one got me a purple. So the net of it is I actually moved up on the rare materials and I moved down on the common. So I can split that again and I'm going to be okay. This one's not as good of a bet, but can't really move the needle very well. So we just go in and say, okay, combine 1 time, which is why the 1 time exists. And now it's a much, much better bet. And what you're trying to do is just make bets that prioritize your rare materials. Did it again. Okay, I got a blue, so all I did is stay even. You know, I didn't win on that one, but I also didn't lose on it. Okay, everything's green there. So that's terrible. We don't want to do that one. And just keep bouncing around. Okay, the most likely outcome right now is I'm going to get an orange. So, see what we did? Oh, you got an orange. And again, all I did is yesterday I took about 100,000 diamonds and just bought a whole bunch of miscellaneous materials. So you just want to take a quick look at these, and you know, like this right here, it's not a good bet. That's clearly not a good bet. That's the one we already looked at. Not a good bet. Nothing I can really do to change it. Okay, well that was Trailblazer. So here we go. Okay, that looks like a good bet. I mean, that should win. So you craft it, speed up. For speed ups, the generic ones are a little bit hard to get. If you donate often, you can get them pretty easy. You can just buy them from the Alliance shop. Outside of that, you don't generate a ton of them, so it may cost you some diamonds. Okay, another orange. Craft. A Dreadnought. Anything in here that looks like a good bet? That's not a good bet. That's not a good bet. You want to make sure on your rare ones. Okay, now you can see I took a bad bet, made it a good one, because even if I get a purple back on the rare materials, all I did was break even. So I can craft that. Okay, that one's going to be a day. I'll just save a little bit of time for everybody. Crafted, and I got it an orange. So I turned a profit on it, technically. I took the rare materials and I increased those ones. So I've actually just made a whole bunch of really good parts right now in such a short little video of just a couple minutes. And you just keep bouncing around, seeing what the game's going to give you for odds. Okay, this is looking like a good bet right now. I can go ahead and combine. And you see now it's going to be 100%. So I'm going to take that back down. Again, prioritize your rare materials. And I got an orange. So I just made a whole bunch of good parts. Not a great bet. And there's not a lot of wiggle room to improve it. But now if I go ahead and get a blue back, I'm even. If I get a purple, I technically made money, and on the odd chance I get an orange, then I made out really well. And I can look at that one and break that back down and compare. All right, that's a big difference. So we're going to roll that dice. And hey, orange. Here, that's a pretty good bet. If I get, well, based on what everything is, that one's not the greatest bet, actually. Go over to Rangers, same thing. Again, we're looking at which ones are your rare materials right now. These are all common, so you're not really waging anything. There's not a wager really there. Here, I can take this one down. If I'm getting a purple, I break even. If I get better than a purple, I won. Okay, I got an orange, so I won. Same thing for this guy. I can take that down a notch. Take that, combine it. Make my odds just a little bit better. Okay, so now I'm going to... If I get an orange, I won a lot on this. If I get a purple, I Still got it all back because I'm not losing anything. I got an orange. So, I mean, I just crafted a whole bunch of orange parts across the board and hasn't really cost me really anything. And I've just been winning those 70% gambles. That's all we're really trying to do. So on something like this, if I get a blue, I break even. Anything better than that, I win. Okay, I got a purple, so I won. And that's all we're really trying to do is just keep crafting, take the probability that they give you, and keep moving forward. And I didn't get anything gold, but I can go and look at this right now, and you can see on a pretty small investment, I'm almost at getting these rewards. So that's going to get me some tickets and all that kind of stuff. So that's all we're doing is just play the odds in your favor, and at the end of the day, you're going to win. Bet on and gamble with your common materials and leave the uncommon or rare alone.